I'm super excited to be here with Luke and Rose from Elon's newest show, Reality Room. So, first of all, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Can you guys tell me what Reality Room is?
So, Reality Room is a long-term competitive reality show. So it's kind of similar to like Survivor, Big Brother, like one of those kinds of shows where they're like competitions and strategy, and you vote people off and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's challenges and people can just compete. It's all fun.
What makes it different from Big Brother and Survivor?
So the rules are not exactly the same, and there's kind of like a different format for it. And then, I mean, I feel like the most important thing is we're not on an island or in a house anywhere, which I feel like the setting tends to be like the biggest difference between shows like that.
Yeah.
But
and people like on campus, when we have a cast put together, they can interact with the cast and do all that too. Yeah.
It's much less secret, I feel like.
What is the setting if it's not an island or house?
All over campus?
Yeah.
All over campus, awesome.
Yeah.
How did you guys come up with the idea for this show?
I actually came up with the idea of the show my junior year of high school for an English project. We were given like, we were reading Othello and they were like, all right, so you have to take Othello and turn it into a 10-minute or less video. And it could be like a direct adaptation, it could be like all like metaphors and stuff. And of course me liking reality TV, not as much as I do now obviously, but I was like, oh my gosh, let's make Othello into like a reality show. And so I like made up some really like quick fake show for the Othello cast to be on, and then just like out of boredom over the next 2 years started making like actual rules and like planning out competitions and like a season. And I was like, when I came to Elon, I was like, oh my gosh, like
Perfect opportunity.
I could actually do that here. And so I kind of decided that my goal coming in would be to pitch the show and try to get it to be an actual show. So like there's a lot more planning that went on, and I got like really in depth with it. And
So you've known about this for a while.
Yeah.
When did you first find out, Rose?
One of my friends approached me and said, there's this guy and he's really interested in making a reality TV show happening at Elon, and I think you guys should meet. I think you'd work really well together. So I met with Luke and we kind of hit it off and had similar ideas and how to kind of push and make and progress the show into what we wanted. So
there's a lot of creative, like, I don't know what.
Similarities.
Yeah, it was like, it was very compatible.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are your roles in the show?
Everything.
So much.
Yeah. We're co-producers, so we're gonna be working closely with each other and kind of working with casting and PR and just making sure everyone kind of follows along in their roles.
Yeah, and I'd say it's very like different just because it is new. There's no set up format, whereas for a lot of these other shows, like you can come in as a freshman and like jump into stuff, but like for us, like there's no like, oh, you're gonna be this role, because we have to like actually make the role. So
so there's freshmen just coming in and kind of making it whatever they want.
Right.
So it's very like, right now it's kind of all over the place, but hopefully it'll turn into like very specific jobs and things like that.
So what was the process like to get the show greenlit?
Tell him.
And, like, so basically, well, I started the third day of school during orientation.
Wow.
And I talked to my orientation leader, Sophia Ortiz, and I was like, all right, who do I talk to? And she was like, email this guy, Jared Marison. And I was like, all right, Jared Marison, how to make this happen? He goes, email this other person. And it was kind of like phone tag with an email. And then he ended up kind of telling me about how the process works and was like, go on the ASUB website and check it out. And I saw they were like, oh, you wait till November, and then there's this weekend you can go in. But like, I didn't want to wait that long, so I was like, all right, look, I got this all planned out. I want to like kickstart it now, have it going by like spring semester. And they were like, okay. And it was kind of like a bet, try. So they kind of gave me like the budget and were like, we've seen your plans, make a pilot episode. And when I turned that in, there's just a lot of like logistical stuff where they were like, how do you think like scheduling this will work? Or how do you think this will work like finding a crew, and like how do you plan on making it? And then past that, it was just, basically, it was just like, if you can find the people to do it, you're good. And we've done that. So.
And on the topic of finding people, you're looking for a cast now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
what
we
are you
are.
looking for?
16 bright-eyed and bushy-tailed Elon students.
Anyone who has like a good attitude and thinks of themselves as like unique in a certain way.
Very outgoing, has a story to tell. You know?
Anyone who loves reality TV and wants to see what the experience is like.
Anybody who's competitive. Like, I think we really want to try to get a diverse group of people, because in reality television like this, there's a history of typically like kind of white bread, whitewashed cast. And I think that it'd be amazing to try to find as many diverse groups as possible so that anyone who sees this is going to be able to relate to at least one person on it and be like, I really like that person, I'm rooting for them because I'm a part of this group with them or something like that.
Like Big Brother, and there's always like the dramatic one and the athletic one and like super competitive, so.
And the artsy people too, you know?
Yeah, the creative, so we're kind of bouncing off of everyone.
So how can students get involved?
Well, we have social medias. They're all Elon Reality Room, all one word. We're going to start posting posters everywhere. There's an online application that is linked in all of our social media profiles, bios.
And we'll be sending out in the class Facebooks and anyone who has connections to other group Facebooks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Great, so it's hard to miss.
Yeah, we're trying to hit as many. We don't want anyone to possibly miss this opportunity.
And when can we expect to start seeing some episodes?
So we'll be filming in the fall, and we're hoping to get it moving probably the second half of the semester in the fall, but right now we're scheduled to start airing episodes maybe over J term in January.
Yeah, the spring semester for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. And make sure you keep watching because we're going to be playing a game coming up. Stay tuned. More Elon After Hours coming right up.